I want to first off thank the foundation board for the generous grant that they've given us to help our kids in the studios. It's a $10,000 grant, and with that money, we are buying specific equipment that is very unique to recording industry, so these kids can learn how to be audio engineers and then have successful careers in the future. Currently, we have over 60 students enrolled in our engineering classes in partnership with Manatee School for the Arts. Manatee School for the Arts gives us the space, and we provide all the equipment and we teach for free. They don't pay anything, and the kids don't pay anything. So this kind of a grant really helps us keep our equipment modern. In the recording industry, things change dramatically. A lot of it's software based, so being able to stay current is really important. And the other things the foundation does besides that teaching, of course, is develop talent and develop kids so they have real careers in the music business. And of course, our shining example at this point is Sam Wolf. I think most of you know who Sam Wolf is. He was a top 5 American Idol. He has a story that breaks your heart if you ever really get to hear it. It wasn't revealed on Idol, but his mother left him when he was 13. He was raised by his 70-year-old grandparents. His father got into drugs. He has attention deficit and other learning disabilities, none which were apparent on Idol. But he's overcome all that through the program. He worked with us since he was 13 years old, learned confidence, learned how to sing, learned how to write, and resulted in this. It was a very successful run for Sam, and he's now got a full scholarship. He doesn't read or write music, but he has a full scholarship to Berklee College of Music in Boston through our efforts. And he's continued to write new stuff. He's just auditioned with an international record label. So we see more out of Sam coming up. But Sam's like the tip of the iceberg for these kids. We have about 60 kids in production also that are following Sam's example. Matt Walden, who's a Manatee High School graduate, worked with us when he was 16, and throughout his whole career, he just is charted number 7 in the world on iTunes recently, on the iTunes charts. And his second release hit 78. That's all good hype where they can take that. Now there's record labels in California that are looking at Matt Walden from here. Brooke Bonderer, who some of you have heard sing at some of our events, she's a candidate for The Voice next season. She made it to almost the last chair, just her and another girl, but she failed because of her social media. So this is a real eye-opener for these kids. You gotta have social media to get on these shows, especially The Voice. So Elliot from the Tourism Bureau noted what we were doing, and he's helping us develop Brooke's social media, so when she goes for her appointment with the producer, not waiting in a line, she may be on The Voice next season, which brings more recognition to our county for the arts. You know, Sarasota's been the one known for arts, but I think we're really catching up really fast through some of the things we're able to do, and through the players also. This world-class facility here trains these kids, and a lot of the kids that are in these plays are in our program, recording CDs and producing. Our 18-year-old producer, she started working with me when I was 17. She actually produced Matt Walden's chart-topping hit on her own. So now she has a credit. She can go out and go to work for major studios. So part of our program trains engineers to go into the military, audio engineers. How many people think about the military as a career for a musician? There's 5,000 events that the Air Force does alone, and every single one of them has an audio engineer at. So we have 4 kids that are entering the military as audio engineers. We teach the military specs now, so to speak. So I'm excited about the opportunities that lay ahead for all these kids. And we provide also for all you other nonprofits out there, we provide entertainment at all of these nonprofits. We did over 40 last year, from the Boy Scouts to the Homeless Coalition. We're working with the Regatta again this year, where the kids will have the stage for 3 hours before Beatlemania. And some of them warmed up for the Doobie Brothers. So it's really exciting that they get to meet with these Grammy Award-winning people and hang out with them and hear their stories. So that's kind of an overview of the program. And anybody that would love to come, we'd love you to come to the studio and tour it sometime and see how it all happens, how we put it all together.